Hey guys, David with Twice Diecast. Today's video, we're going to look at Mercedes and a lot of them. Hang around. Okay, so decided to make this video because I got a lot of these beauties, a lot of different Mercedes in the mail recently. We will look at that one shortly. I thought I would do just kind of like a little case study today on Mercedes. It's a very popular brand. A lot of collectors like them. And thought we would start kind of where everybody starts, right? Let's start with some main lines. We're not going to look at a whole lot of them, just kind of a quick brand comparison. This was a really cool Matchbox casting we got a couple years ago, this W123 wagon. You get a little bit of paint detail on the headlamps, and you do get a post in the back here, but you get some detail on the inside. Pretty cool little model. Don't know how the scale comes up in terms of whether it's really close to 164 or not. But that's kind of where we all start, right? That's where I started an appreciation of Mercedes and other car brands. How about this Maisto? This thing is probably 30 years old. I've held onto it for a long time. 160 is the scale. This is a 500 SL. Little coupe Maisto did way back in the day. You get some painted headlamps. Don't even get a badge painted. You do get some cast-in mirrors, so pretty cool little model. Up next, did you guys know that Tomica does some Mercedes? Check out this little itty-bitty A-Class, little micro compact in 1999 casting from Tomica. It's got an opening lift gate on it. The rear glass is all paint, no plastic on that. This thing is heavily played with. Got it used, obviously, and surprised it's just kind of hung around my collection. Pretty cool little vehicle. I don't have many of these. What about Real Toy? You guys know that brand? And this was introduced to me by the late Saul from Saul's Diecast Odyssey. This was a brand that was available over in Europe, and I loved the brand. The wheels were a little better than Hot Wheels, in my opinion. You get a lot more paint detail. You get a lot more overall detail. And this is a mainline vehicle for their product line. So Real Toy is a really cool brand. If you guys haven't heard of them, I would check them out. We always kind of wind up going back to Hot Wheels, right? They are the benchmark for entry-level 3-inch or 1/64 scale die cast for a lot of us. They make beautiful models. You can't knock them. Fantastic paint job. A lot of times, like this little coupe here, you get full detail work. This is just a $1 mainline, and you get paint all over the front, all over the headlamps, all over the tail lamps as well. Let's get some of these out of the way. We're going to ratchet up the quality here shortly. Just wanted to show off a few other Hot Wheels castings that I liked. This old Corgi casting right here. Look at, back then, you used to get painted tail lamps. You get sun visors on the outside of the glass piece that had paint on it. I did not paint that. And you get lensed headlamps on that. Look at that. So these old Corgi casting, and here's another one. A lot of times had they had plastic for the headlamps, and that was part of this interior glass piece. Here's another Corgi casting. Look how crazy they tried to make these wheels work, and it just didn't. You can see right through it. Look at my finger here waving back behind there. Anyhow, that's an example of trying to put a square peg in a round hole. So if you are like me, when you start to get some of these, you start to see a drop-off in quality and realism that can only be replaced by some of the brands making premium models. So now we're going to take a look at some of the other brands doing Mercedes before we open up some of the new things that I've got, because I want to show you the options you have for your collection if you would like a little bit more realism to it. So Mercedes, German company. How about a German diecast maker named Schuco? They do fantastic stuff. Look at the Mercedes star on the wheels, the hubcaps matching the paint, just like they did. The mirror is painted. You can see it matches the exterior window trim. Schucos are really cool. 1/64 scale. You can see right there on the base. This is a 110 sedan. And check out what you get. You get some lensed tail lamps. You get multiple colors on that. Nice chrome bumper. You get a Mercedes star on the deck lid. And then you get the badging on the lid itself. So Schuco is a brand you need to keep an eye on. Oh, I didn't show you check out the headlamps on this guy. Pretty nice, right? Got a nice hood ornament. A little bit chunky, but a nice hood ornament with some grille work that's painted. Here's another Schuco. And I like this because a lot of versions of this car insist on doing opening doors, especially Tamika, as I think about it. And the door gaps are enormous. It just doesn't look real to me. May not be a big deal. You might like opening doors more than realism. I prefer the latter. So we've got nice, authentic wheels on this. We've got skinny tires like they would have been, tread on the tires, lensed headlamps, and a clear badge on the grille, as well as right there behind the opening for the hood. Really nice model. This is another Schuco. So keep that brand on your radar if you would like to maybe kick up the realism in your collection. Schucos are not bad. They run $10 to $15. Same with this company here. One of my favorite brands in my entire collection, Para 64. Look at the amazing paint job on this. Look at the rims, looking really precise. Tires are proportionate to the way it would have been on the car, meaning they're not huge, chunky tires. They are, proportionate to the wheels. Love the grille detail on this, the star on the badge. You got some really nice headlamps that are plastic inserts on this. Mirrors that are built into the casting. I can't tell you how nice this metal flake paint job is. You'll have to trust me on that. AMG on the registration plate on the bottom here. Got plastic lens inserts for the tail lamps and a nice spoiler that is a separate piece added. So you got a sunroof and you got some little paintwork here on the glass to get you some detail for your pillars. Para 64 is who makes this one, guys. So all of these can be found probably on any of your online ordering sites. I know Para 64 has lots of vendors in the US, and they will be an upcoming guest on Diecast Breakdown, by the way. So you have a chance. You'll see some posts here shortly from the Diecast Media Network crew. Let me start again. You'll see some posts from the Diecast Media Network crew asking for questions. If you want to ask Para 64 anything about the direction their company's going, what they offer to 164 Diecast fans, keep an eye out for that. All right, getting back to the brand review, this is a company called iScale. They were put on to me by my buddy Matchbox Man. You guys all know him, his channel. Really cool little G-Wagon here. We've got a spare tire cover painted to match the rest of the body. Lensed tail lamps, a different colored painted roof. Plenty of detail on this guy. I believe this one, check out the brake rotor, does not move as you spin the tire. That's a pretty cool feature. Chrome on the exterior of the spare tire cover. And this is another true 164 scale model. As you get up into the $25 to $30 range, you'll start getting into models like this. This is from a company called Master. I believe it might be DCM. I'll check that and put that on the video before I do my final editing here. We'll polish this guy up. This is a, see, and that's one thing you got to be careful about. Look at that, guys. I've just knocked off my hood ornament for this vehicle. You can see it on my fingertip there. This is a Pullman limousine that is Saddam Hussein's Mercedes limo. Check out the wheels, how amazing the detail work is on them. You've got the Mercedes logo on the middle. You've got a different color interior on that. You've got wood paneling in there as well. This is just an absolute next level piece and an example of how high the detail in 164 diecast goes. So we'll put these off to the side. I appreciate you hanging around. Now let's get to opening some new ones because we've got some Mercedes that we're adding to the collection. Let's start with this SLS. I'll be right back after I get it open. Okay, here we are. We have got a Mercedes-Benz SLS. This company is called TPC. I'm unfamiliar with them. I looked on the packaging though, and I will tell you that I do not see any licensing for this vehicle, and you'll have to figure out if that's really really important to you or just something you want to make a note of. You know, it is hard for these companies to get licenses from these automakers, so the amount of effort that they put into it and expense that they go to get that license, it's got me really thinking about buying some of these unlicensed cars. You know, I'm here for the cars, but I can also appreciate when you actually do it the right way. So let's look at this one. This is my first review. These things are held together by 2 screws. There's a lot of detail on the chassis. There is no information about the vehicle on the base itself. You've got some appears to be pretty authentic rims. You can see a red brake caliper back there. It stays motionless. That's good. Tires have tread on them. This is a chrome finish on this. It's not really a Zamac, it's a chrome paint. Got lensed headlamps, Mercedes badge on the front as well as on top of the bonnet there. The vents are painted, and actually I think they're painted. They might have black plastic inserts in there. You've got wipers that are separate pieces on top of the windshield. You've got really nice interior. I don't know how much we can see of it, but you do have red bucket seats in there as well as a black interior. Coming around on the rear, lensed tail lamps on that, a Mercedes badge on the rear. Check out the mirrors, a lot of reflection on those mirrors. That's really good. This is a really impressive model. It's kind of like a Zamac. Let's look at a couple other. This is TPC is your brand on this. Here is your plinth SLS. Got a couple other premium models, kind of similar, not the same car exactly. Here is a Mini Champs 64. This is a oldie, probably about 10-15 years old, sent to me by Chasing Diecast Cars. These are 10 or 15 years old. I think I just said that. And you can see how ahead of their time they were. This company is making a comeback, so keep your eye out for Mini Champs. Just another true 164 version. And if you don't know the company, Tarmac Works. Look at this guy right here. Beautiful metal flake blue. Love it. Tarmac Works, another brand to put on your radar. So we've got 3 really hot coupes. Let's go next. We have got a company that I've referenced earlier called Master. I'll be right back. I'll get this one open and we'll take a look at this 4-door monster right here. Okay, inside the Master packaging, underneath this case, inside the box, you'll get like a technical drawing, which is kind of cool. You see we are looking at a W126. So as we open it, I just saw this vehicle on Small Model Collector. You guys have got to go to his channel. He looks at absolutely all the primo 164 diecast. And I'm making a note right now not to smash that hood ornament. Look at that, photo etched. But anyhow, Small Model Collector looks at all of these high-end brands, and he really likes you know, showing them and comparing them to other ones that he has in his collection. And he'll actually give you some decent information about the car that you're not going to get here on Twice Diecast. I just like the cars and the way they look. I don't dig in too much into how many were made or size of the engine or anything, but look at this lovely one right here. Okay, so we've got a registration plate on the front bumper, lensed headlamps, a grille that has some color, some black wash in there to give it a little bit of depth. Cannot get over that hood ornament. Photo etched interior. It's got some, it's got like a red. I think that's supposed to be like a wood grain interior. Metal flake blue. This car right here, as I was growing up watching movies back in the 80s, this was the sign of making it. This was absolute opulence right here. All right, so coming around on the rear, tricolor tail lamps that are plastic inserts, Mercedes badge, matching registration plate, and the badging on above the left tail lamp is really cool too. I like that. So you got rear view mirrors that have reflective quality to them, really nicely done. I'm starting to see more and more of these companies make actually reflective ones and not just silver paint. Yeah, there you go, a little bit of a interior shot. And yeah, I'm just loving this one. The wheels are spot on. This was a fantastic job by Master. We've got one more to look at, a company called GFCC, and it's a awesome little two-door coupe. All the bad guys in the 80s movies, the spoiled kids, this is what they were driving. Let's come right back after I open this 450 SL Roadster from GFCC. Be right back. Okay, so you will see me open this one live. Hopefully I don't smash anything. This one looks like it has got it does not have a hood ornament like the others. So these, all of these were purchased on AliExpress, guys. All these ones that we're opening today. For the time being, I'm going to keep the hood up until we are done, because that's how I will display it with the hood down on my shelf. But we'll look at it right now with the hood up. I think it looks like the trunk even opens as well. So they are cramming a lot more detail into these cars nowadays. All right, lensed headlamps. Look under the bonnet. Got silver and black on the engine. You can see the air filter, the round circle on the top. Hood has a nice badge, Mercedes badge on it, and chrome bumpers on this guy. Profile shot looks right. Wheels look right. Tires have tread on them. Here's your base held together by one screw. Maybe it hitches in or hooks in back there. Chrome on your door handles. The cladding looks right on the side, guys. Remember how that was all lined like that? And I wonder if this, yeah, this top comes off too. You would think I would know this from ordering it, guys, but I just like the cars and I just buy them. So that's pretty much how that process works. Here is your trunk opening. You've got a Mercedes star on it. You can see there. You've got a little bit, you've got the number there on the side, 450. Tail lamps look good. GFCC did a good job on this one. Don't know if you get different colors on the tail lamps. That's okay. So, shut. This thing has some pretty big gaps, and that's why I prefer them to not have them. But in this case, you won't see it from the side, so okay with that. There's your interior. Let's see how the hood looks down. Okay, that looks good to me. What do you guys think? Wipers look good. think that's going to do it, guys. I'm really glad to show off some Mercedes to you today. Maybe we'll do another brand in the future. Be careful, you got antennas on this one. But this is some Mercedes in 1/64 scale. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is David at Twice Diecast. Until the next video, take care, everybody. I'll see you then.